Our project, Guidelines for Task-Based University Language Testing, started from the testing situation that we encountered at university language centers some years ago, and that is that the teaching was very much task-based and started from the needs of the students, where the students brought in their idea, their knowledge, and from there on we worked on simulations where we simulated conferences and students brought in their specific research activities, and that across the different academic areas with quite a bit of specialization into the topics. Now, the tests at the end of a language course were very much based on standardized tests with discrete items and calibrated items, but the content aspect was neglected. So it lacked actually subject-specific content to a large extent, and it was not built on the student-specific knowledge and competence. And therefore, the GULT team worked on testing situations developed by the UNICEF team in Germany and UNICEF Luce in the Czech and Slovak Republic, and the CLES system in France, which is a task-based approach to testing. And we then brought together people from various parts of Europe and looked at the testing situation outside university and within the university and at the teaching situation, and wanted to bring in line testing and teaching at university language centers. So we developed guidelines that are supposed to help language teachers and evaluators to develop tests that focus on the learner and bring in line the teaching and the testing. If we look, for example, at a business English test, in the past you had vocabulary test, or you ask students to write an essay, which is not something they have to do later in their career. But what we do is we put them into the situation of a student doing a placement in a company and to work on a specific project. So we look at a concrete item taken from reality where they have to analyze the situation and think about a solution to it. And in order to do so, we develop tasks for each of the 4 language skills. So we look for a listening comprehension test, we look for a reading example that they have to work on, which is to some extent similar to standardized tests, and then they have to work on a dossier of material on this specific case and develop a solution. So they have to present their report and present it orally to the evaluators in the example. So we want to have a relevant task, an authentic activity they have to carry out in the exam situation, and this can be an end-of-course exam or a proficiency or a achievement test, and to bring real life into the testing situation and not only into the teaching situation.